Hey guys, welcome back. Sunday afternoon, another 7 or 8 hours in on the Fargo here. I got all the rocker panel, inner rocker panel, cab mount and everything is all redone on the driver's side. And I started in on the floor, and I just figured I'd give you a little update on what's going on there. But when you start playing with rotten onions, you really got to dig deep to get down to the bad stuff. So as you can see, I got an awful big hole in the floor here. The actual cab mount, which is, I think it's about 14 gauge, it's rotten in one spot here. So I'm gonna have to come up with a way to patch this up and then make a new piece for the floor here. Really goofy setup they had. The floor, there was a piece rolled over on the top edge here that went down all the way around, and it was actually a 1/4 of an inch above the floor, so it left a 3/4 inch by 1/4 deep gap underneath that filled full of junk, and that's what rusted out the floor on this side. It allowed it all to collect in here. Luckily this panel here is in good shape. I drilled out the spot welds. I'm going to make a new section, roll it down, and I'll cut it to match the patch here, or the hole that I've cut in the floor, to good material. So I'll bring you back a little later on once I get into this. It's probably going to be a Monday project because Sunday's getting close to being done here. So we'll catch you when I get back, guys. Okay, we're back with some progress here, guys. I got the all of the rust taken care of in the mount. I built a new recessed cup here that's got, it's at a 14 gauge. I got a bunch of holes drilled for spot welds. These big ones are the ones I had to drill out from the factory. There was only 4 of them holding anything. And then this is my floor panel that I've made. I've got weld through primer on wherever it's going to be on another piece of steel. So I put the depression in it, a couple of square end beads, and bent a flange on the side here that's going to get spot welded or button welded into the kick panel there. So once I get this in position here, I'll bring you back and show you. And here's the panel in position. I got 3 Clecos holding it here. I put the body bolt through the body mount, sucked it down tight, and I'm going to do a Fitzies move, and I'm going to do a cut and butt around there. This edge here lines up really nice. I'm going to tack weld it first, put a few spot welds in, and then slowly start working my way around with a cut and butt up there. So that's my next step here. I'm going to carry on with that this afternoon, so we'll bring you back a little later. Okay guys, I got the patch all tacked in. Got to finish weld it. Going to take a little bit of time. I don't want to warp the heck out of the floor, get a bunch of oil canning going on. So the ribs worked out good. They're not quite as deep as factory, but doesn't matter. The recess for the cab bolt worked out great. I got all the spot welds done to tie the framework all together. So tomorrow I will get in there and finish welding it, and I'll bring it back and show you the finished product here. So stay tuned till tomorrow, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So we got the floors all done. I got the door reinstalled. Get you out of the tripod here. The floor is all welded in, ground up. It needs some seam sealing on it and a coat of primer. You can see this was all nice and clean. I've been working on this pinch weld on the front fender that I'll show you now. And Just give me a sec here, get the camera where it belongs. So here's another one of those typical engineer screw-ups. So what they've done on the front of this this truck is there, I'll get you down low enough here. So there's a panel that comes up flat underneath on here. This is where your air from your vents comes in, goes into the cab. And what they've got is the top part of the fender up here comes down, and there's two pieces of steel. The bottom one comes up here, the top one comes down. This one's bent at 90, and this one comes up underneath. They spot welded them together, but the dirt and moisture that comes out of the vent below the windshield all collects down in this very bottom corner, goes in between and rusts this piece out. So the way I've chose to fix that, I'll just show you. I've got, if you can see here, there's the two pieces come together. What I did was I used the old piece for a pattern. I took a piece of 14 gauge, really heavy, and it is the same thickness as the two lighter gauges put together. I'm going to run, if I can get this to stay in here. Oh, you got to put it in the right way. That's probably why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a bead of weld on the top side, one on the bottom, and then that can't rust out again. I'm also, seeing how this is the lowest point right in the corner, I'm going to drill a small drain hole so that any moisture that does get down past all of this is a flap, it's actually a drain. But again, they didn't put the hole right at the bottom so it wouldn't drain. Somebody's kind of notched this out here so that it would drain out, but I'll deal with that later. But that's where we're at on this. I'm going to weld this piece in. I've got the same to do on the other side, and then I'm done with rust repair on this cab, which is a really good thing. So once I get this repair fixed up here, I will bring you back and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, here's the finished repair. I've got the piece of 14 gauge welded across the top. I've got it welded across the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit of seam sealer in there and it'll get primed. So with that all done, that's the end of rust repair on the cab, thank God. It's been a long haul getting it all done. I got a few dents to massage a little bit with planishing hammer, and it'll be ready to go outside, blow all the dust out of it, and then we can get it all cleaned up on the underside for primer and some undercoating, rubberized rock guards. So we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and hopefully you like the content I'm giving you here, guys. So anyhow, take care.